by our executive weather producer, Terry Eliasen. We've been talking about this next weather alert for the last 4 or 5 days, and it's here.
And here we are.
Yeah, we look outside. You look outside right now as you join us, and you see that snow falling. Snow has really overspread all of southern New England. It's going to be snowing at various clips, but we're actually tracking a pretty nice band moving through right now.
This is coming in very quickly. You can see that deep blue now at the end of this loop, right up almost to Worcester. So if you're planning on going out in the next couple hours, just make sure that you're aware that things are going to get gnarly and the roads are going to get rough pretty quickly here. Pulling out a little bit, you'll see this snow goes all the way back to Ohio, Indiana. So we've got a long story short, we've got a long way to go here with this one.
This is going to be a long duration event, the bottom line, This is one of the most impressive maps that I've seen in a long time, stretching from the Mexico border all the way up to the Canadian border. You have winter storm warnings. That's pretty deep.
I'm trying to remember the last time we had something like that. I honestly can't. I mean, we've obviously had big storms. There's one in '93 and 2003. Probably something more recent, but it's been a long time. And not only do we have winter storm warnings, there's some purple on the southern side of that. Those are ice storm warnings as well.
Which arguably could be even more dangerous than just the snow we're going to be dealing with. We have a winter storm warning that went into effect 7 a.m. for us, and this is going to be in effect until tomorrow evening because this is such a long duration event. What we'll be watching for our next weather alert is going to be the roads already becoming hazardous. Terry, you drove in just an hour or so ago. Kind
of shocking that, it started out kind of nice. It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it was flurrying out. The roads were fine. Within an hour, by the time I got to Boston, the roads were completely white, and people were slowing down big time. So, and with that probably 1 to 2 inch snow band coming in over the next couple hours, it's going to get even worse really quick.
It's definitely going to get worse. Schools have already canceled, Boston Public Schools. I just got an alert from our home district. Milford, if you're tuning in Milford, you don't have school tomorrow, so congratulations to you.
I would say, now I don't know about the Cape, extreme South Shore, but I mean, I can't imagine most folks having school. It's a Monday, first off. We're talking a foot to 2 feet just about everywhere. I can't imagine anybody having school, again, unless you're the extreme South Coast, and we'll tell you why in a second, but check out these temperatures.
Yeah, it's been very cold. This really set the stage for the storm to arrive, and sometimes we talk about, where's that rain snow line setting up? At least initially, it is plenty cold enough for it to snow,
For now.
And so here's Futurecast. Watch as this rolls in. Watch for those deeper shades of purple. Notice those purple shades through the Worcester Hills, through the South Coast. Those are going to be snowfall rates that are really intense. You're talking 1 to 3 inches per hour. And so when we talk about accumulations really piling up quickly, it's going to be sort of that time frame, the later afternoon into the evening hours.
Yeah, and you see that magenta, that pink color down on the South Coast. That's what we've been talking about for the last couple of days. That's the sleet line. We're pretty confident now that it's not going to make much headway, maybe up to about Plymouth, and then before it starts retreating the other way. So north of Plymouth, it's nothing but snow. Now, it won't be all completely Arctic fluff everywhere, and again, we'll talk about where in a second. But and there's going to be a little bit of rain on the islands later in this one too. So those areas are basically getting like a snow to sleet back to snow at the end sandwich. A whole pretty big mess down there.
A kitchen sink
in southeastern Mass.
And what's interesting about this storm too is with that northeasterly fetch coming right off the ocean, there's a good chance tomorrow we get this ocean enhanced band that sets up, and places like the North Shore, Cape Ann, Boston, even the South Shore could pick up some really good additional accumulation.
Yeah, so there's really two things going on here tomorrow. You have, like Jacob said, right along the coastline that feed off the ocean of ocean enhancement, and then inland you have sort of the backlash of the storm that's rotating slowly from west to east. I think those things sort of converge on each other late tomorrow afternoon, so that will be, I think, our last chance at a real good burst of snow tomorrow mid to late afternoon through the evening. And then eventually the storm just starts to pull away. Now, once those winds start to shift, you can see by the end of this thing, late tomorrow night, the winds are northwest, so that shuts off the ocean enhancement.
Right, except for the Cape.
Except for the Cape, right, and everything starts to pull away. So I think by 8, 9, 10 p.m. tomorrow, we're done. If you want to wait till the very end to clean up, good luck with that. New product, we just configured this graphic here just to show you. Now, snowfall rates are really important, especially if you're out traveling.
Yes.
You don't want to run into anything an inch or greater, and here we go. Like within a couple hours, the entire area is like 1 to 2 inches per hour.
And when you think of this, right? So if it's 1 to 2 inches per hour for a few hours, you're talking about building that really quickly. And I was talking to a DPW driver, and he said the max that we really can keep up with is about 1 inch per hour.
Yeah.
And when you have these consecutive hours, it's just going to make the roads really treacherous.
Right. Think about the plow goes through, right? So you got 3 or 4 inches on the ground. Plow goes through. Within an hour, there's anher 2 inches.
Right.
So like they can't go through the same road over and over again. So hence why we really wouldn't advise travel. Really, I mean, great if you're home now for the day, but after the next couple hours, you know, I really think driving to a friend's house that's a half-hour away for the Pats game, just not sure it's smart. You know?
Yeah, totally. Especially the drive home, even.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be the worst.
So you can see even by tonight, the rates are starting to taper off, and then really after midnight, like we'll see a definite change.
That's when the drier air starts to turn off some of the snow, and then we start to pick up on some of that ocean enhancement. This product maybe not picking up on it as well, but I still think, you know, it's going to be a very impressive storm. Along with snowfall rates, kind of goes hand in hand. When you get these really intense bands, you also get that big lift and perhaps some thunder snow. I think that is definitely in the mix with this storm.
I feel like it's become a staple. Now, we haven't had a big storm in 4 years, but in many of our big storms that we had in, say, from 2015 through 2022, it was like a new thing. You had a thunder snow reports almost in every storm. And it really is kind of a fascinating thing. Jim Cantore sort of made it a popular thing back in the day. But to hear thunder when it's snowing out, it just sort of startles you a little bit. You know? Something you don't anticipate.
And what's great is because of the way the snowflakes absorb the sound, it's just a different roar, I feel like.
Absolutely.
We talked about the travel impacts. Really from now, as you tune in right now, through midnight or beyond, travel is really getting bad. And it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Shout out to the DPW crews. They're going to do their best, but they're up against the wall with this one.
I think ultimately until the snow starts to slow down around 11 p.m., 12 o'clock tonight, that's when, so say from midnight to about 7 a.m., that's when if they plow through, there's not a whole lot of snow coming again.
It doesn't come back,
So really probably until early tomorrow morning, it's going to be tough to keep up with, and travel is just not advised, to say the least.
So when we talk about how much snow we're expecting, a widespread, I think, generally 12 to 20 inches for most of the area. You talked about that Plymouth sort of cutoff, Route 44, if you will. South and east of there, that's where they're going to get that thump of snow. They're getting it right now, 6 to 12 inches. But then on top of that, some sleet, maybe some freezing rain, and then rain before it changes back over to snow. So a mess there. But when we zoom in, we could see the areas that we kind of think could exceed the 20-inch mark and even 2-foot mark in some spots. So from Boston to Worcester, and then in the higher elevations as you go into the Worcester Hills, Northwest Middlesex County, the Merrimack Valley, the North Shore into Cape Ann, I think they have a good chance, especially some of the latest high-res modeling that has come in. Kind of suggesting a higher, what we call QPF, higher moisture availability for the cold to really ring out in the snowflakes. That would be a place to overperform.
Yeah, there's really two things going on here. It's A, the ocean enhancement you mentioned before, and B, it's just an insane fluff factor. Like areas around 495 north and west are going to stay extremely cold the entire storm, never really get any type of warm up. So you're just talking about fluff. Major fluffing going on north and west of 495. There will be a coastal front setting up. This is a classic. This happens almost every major New England snowstorm here. So later today, we're going to see that front going on right around 128. So east of that, we warm up into the upper 20s to near 30. West of that, it stays, like I said, Arctic cold. And then by Monday, tomorrow, the winds veer sort of more northerly, and that coastal front is out of here.
Yeah, it wipes it out.
And basically anything that's left on, you know, the rain or sleet that falls, everything ices up really quickly down on the South Shore. One more thing to think about, later tonight there will be a dry slot moving in, so the precipitation really is almost going to shut off for a time.
For a little bit, yeah, before we start to get those northeasterly winds. So here's sort of like a timeline, if you will. By 8 o'clock, I think will be about 6 inches for most of us. By midnight, 12 inches, and then you can see it just continuing to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, really starting to stack up now. I mean, there is some good news with the storm. It's really just about the snow. The wind will be gusty at the coast, 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, but that's nothing for a nor'easter in New England, really.
And when we think of like some of the big storms that come to mind, the blizzard of 78, there's not only the cars stuck on 128, but it's also the coastal damage, right? when you don't have the coastal damage, you don't have the power outage threat, you can kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit and not have to worry as much about this triple threat storm, right?
Yeah,
that's not the case here.
If power outages were a factor, which they really aren't much of one, that would be a whole different, scenario here.
Yeah,
obviously.
With the intense cold as well.
Yeah, and so here you go. The winds basically 25 to 35, a little bit stronger over the Cape. I mean, so there could briefly be blizzard conditions, whiteout conditions right along the coast at times, but this is not one of those types of storms where, we're really majorly concerned about whiteout conditions for everybody. So next 7, there's really, look at those temperatures.
Yeah, so whatever falls is going to stick around for quite a long time. Yes. I was saying this morning on WBZ that especially if you live in the Cape and Islands, if you're able to kind of follow along and clear as the snow is falling, if you can, I would recommend doing so, because that is going to be where it's heaviest and wettest. Yeah. Certainly the fluff factor will help, perhaps even a leaf blower in some spots. That will be fun. At least you're not putting your back into it as much. But yeah, it is going to be very cold over the next 7 days. Not a lot of melting for sure. Yeah, it's just sort of that we are in this sort of, there's a major polar vortex of sorts, and it just keeps spinning and bringing more and more cold in here. At least there's no immediate snowstorm to follow. Yeah. I mean, we will watch way down the line, but I do think that it's definitely a colder pattern. It looks to be a more active pattern. We'll see if we're on the brunt end of that active weather. But we appreciate everyone tuning in to this WBZ update. Of course, we're going to be in the Weather Center all afternoon, all evening. Hopefully, you're just finding a comfy place on the couch and watching the Patriots bring home a victory with the snow falling. I mean, that's a perfect afternoon. It really is. And we should mention, you can always tune over to the stream, even during the game. We'll be updating this thing on the stream all day long. Obviously, the Pats are taking over on BZ. Yep. But if you want an update, flip back over to WBZ.com and we'll have you covered. We appreciate that. Stay safe and enjoy the snow.